What's up, gaming family? Welcome to my new segment called Sega Man Reviews. And I'm going to do these reviews once a week. It's not going to be any Pacific day, but expect to see this new segment that I want to do on my channel called Sega Man Reviews, where I review games that I have liked and enjoyed in the past and in the present. And it's going to be 5 games that I'm going to review each time. And some of them are old school, some of them might be new games, but these are games that I have enjoyed in my past, and some games you might want to pick up for the systems that you own or systems you might want to own or look into buying. So let's get started with this new segment, guys. Now, the first game that I'm going to show you um, was a really great game on the TurboGrafx 16. Now, I had this game for a long time, and I never really beat it yet. I was playing so many games back then that I still go back to playing this game because I believe it was one of the great games on the TurboGrafx 16, and it showed the power of the TurboGrafx 16 graphically, and also the music for this game was very awesome, and I think they did a great job with this game, and it is called Legendary Axe 2. This is a great game for the TurboGrafx 16, and I have enjoyed this game so much. You know what I mean? The detail in it, it's just an awesome game. Legendary Axe 1 is also a great game to own for your TurboGrafx 16 if you have one. But was one of the great games. I believe this game came out in 1990. You know what I mean? And TurboGrafx games were just awesome. Legendary Axe was just a very awesome game. You know what I mean? If you played one and you don't have two, I recommend you picking this game up because it blows one away. Graphically, everything. You know what I mean? It's a very it's kind of gory, kind of a gory side-scrolling hack and slash game. Um, but it's very awesome, and I just love this game. Um, it was just at the time, man, it just blew me away. You know what I mean? This game, Legendary Axe, it just was really awesome. You might want to look into, maybe see some reviews on it, other people's reviews on it, and check out, gameplay. But the best way to play this game, honestly, guys, is to actually, own it, you know what I mean, and try it out, you know what I mean. But Legendary Axe 2, um, this was a great game, and I think you would enjoy it. If you like hack and slash, side-scrolling games, um, check this game out. It's a great game, and I had a lot of fun with this in my youth. You can't go wrong with Legendary Axe. Now, another game that I have that I played a lot too. This one here is for the Sega Genesis, and this guy is no longer with us, but he's loved near and dear still today, and he gave us great entertainment. You know what I mean? He was a very great entertainer, and he had a great video game, and that is Michael Jackson's Moonwalker for the Sega Genesis. This is a great game. This is a very expensive game now, but the people that actually, that did this game, they worked really hard on this game. Michael Jackson helped with it. You know what I mean? The music is so awesome in this game. It will take you back, and it'll remind you of the heyday of Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? It has a lot of great hits in the game. The graphics are pretty awesome. You know what I mean? It's just a great game. You know what I mean? This game is also on the Sega Master System. I think that one's actually more. I don't own that one, but I am very lucky to own Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and it just was a great game. You know what I mean? It has parts in there where he can transform into a robot, a car. Um, you know, um, it has a theme like of Annie. Remember the song Annie, Are You Okay? It was a great game. You know what I mean? It has like a thriller type um, board in it, which is cool, and it's just an awesome game. Um, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. You can probably sometimes you can you might be able to actually find this game for a decent price if you own a Sega Genesis. But if you own a Sega Genesis, this is a must game to pick up, guys. Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. It was a lot of fun. It's still a lot of fun today. You know what I mean? This game, I don't think this game will ever age. You know what I mean? With the likeness of the game, the gameplay was really awesome in this, and I just really enjoyed Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. And if you think about it, I don't think this game you're ever going to see, like on a, Sega Classic Hits, like what they do today, putting them on the newer systems. But the graphics were, they were pretty good. But I watched the story behind this, and all I know is they really worked hard to get this game right for Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? And because of he was just very loved back then, and they did a good job, guys. So if you get a chance, pick up Michael Jackson's Moonwalker um, for the Sega Genesis. It is a great game. It is fun and enjoyable for ages, young and old. It's a great game. Now another game I want to review is on the Sega CD, and kind of celebrating this because they have a new movie coming out. I like the movies that came out. I own them all, and it was part of my me growing up, my childhood, and that is in the early teenage days. I just used to love these movies that came out. I think my favorite movie from the movie series was the second one, and that's the Terminator. Terminator 2 is my favorite Terminator movie. The special effects they did for that movie back in the day was just unthinkable. It's stuff that you would see today, actually. That movie was very expensive, Terminator 2. And this is a great game for the Sega CD. Um, it's a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, not shoot 'em, a shooter, and it had very great music in it. The thing the Sega CD was known for, to be honest with you, was their music chip and the music in the games, and it is very awesome. It has a very good presentation, you know what I mean, in the game, and it shows you scenes from the movie actually, little cut scenes like you'll see in the game, which was awesome. The graphics were pretty goddamn decent for that time and era, you know what I mean? But yeah, the Terminator on Sega CD was a great game. If you do own a Sega CD, try to find it, pick it up. If you like side-scrolling shooters, sci-fi shooters, I love sci-fi shooters. Period. Over everything. I don't, I don't really like Call of Duty as much as I like sci-fi. I'm more into sci-fi shooters and gore shooters, and this is very, very well done for the Sega CD. I think it has went up in price. You might be able to find it, the loose disc, a little cheaper probably, but to find it in this jewel case, it's probably going to be a little more. But try out the Terminator on the Sega CD. It is great. The Terminator games on the Genesis were pretty decent, but this one was really, really good on the Sega CD, and it was just a very awesome game. It still was today, in my opinion. This game there's even the game of this on the Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear. So, yeah, give it a shot, guys. If you find a Sega CD that works and that's in good condition, try to find the Terminator. More ammo, more audio, more action. It is a great game, guys. Try maybe picking it up if you own a Sega CD or if you want to own one in the future. Now the next game, I played this a whole lot uh, back in the day. Very great game from Capcom. You know, Capcom made a lot of great games on the Sega Saturn. They really did. They really outdone the competition when it came to fighting games. Sega Saturn, hands down, was the best 2D fighting, uh, had the best 2D fighting games out of any system. You know, the PlayStation had good two. Don't get me wrong; they had some decent 2D fighting games, but the best were on the Sega Saturn, hands down. You know what I mean? I think the PlayStation did 3D fighting games, you know, a little better. But when it came to 2D, the Saturn killed the PlayStation, in my opinion. They just had the best. Graphically, uh, musically, they had the best. And one of my all-time favorites on the Sega Saturn was Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge. This was a great game for the Sega Saturn. I still play this game today. It just was a very beautiful, colorful, graphical 2D fighting game I ever seen on a system. Um, the artwork in the game is beautiful. You know what I mean? And this is one of my all-time favorites, and I still love playing this game today. So if you have a Sega Saturn, guys, if you can find this, this is a great fighter, 2D fighter for the system. I really believe if you love Street Fighter, because it has Street Fighter, some Street Fighter mechanics. Darkstalkers Revenge, you know, Night Warriors is a great game to own for your Sega Saturn. So maybe try finding it and picking it up on the cheap. And don't you know, if you can't find these games, guys, and complete like this, and they're expensive, find a loose disc and you can make a cover yourself and put it in you know, a DVD case. You know what I mean? You could still enjoy the game. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have it complete. That's the main thing, enjoying the game. Okay? But it is a great fighting game for the Sega Saturn. I highly recommend this if you're a 2D fighter fan. You can't go wrong with this game. Now, the last game that I want to review here and tell you about, it was only on the original OG Xbox. This was a great game by Microsoft Studios, and I loved this game, and I actually beat this game. I got really into this game in the early days of the original OG Xbox, and it was, at the time, a beautiful game. It was different, you know what I mean? You fight through 18 missions across unique worlds. You know, it was an awesome game, and it is brute force. This is one game I believe that should have a comeback, would be brute force. They need to make this game come back. I wish it would have went back compat. It's Xbox Live compatible. You know what I mean? This was a great game. You know what I mean? I beat this game. It's just a really good sci-fi shooter, and I love sci-fi shooters. Guys, if you're into sci-fi shooters, you need to pick this game up for the original OG Xbox. It is a great game. Now, I can't really remember. I think it might play on the 360. I can't remember. I might have to put it in after we're done with this video. I can't remember. But I beat this game. It is a great game, and you can find this game fairly cheap. You can find this game complete fairly cheap. This is a great game to own in your OG Xbox collection. Brute Force was an awesome game, guys. I promise you, you will love this sci-fi shooter. It is an awesome game. They did a great job back then with this game, and it just was great fun, guys. I beat this game. It was that good. It was really that good. I loved this game. And I believe you guys might like it too if you want to get into collecting sci-fi shooters for your original OG Xbox. That's Brute Force. So, that's it, guys. Going to end the first segment with that. I hope you enjoyed Sega Man reviews. I believe I'm going to do this every time, at least once a week. Different types of games. It might have been games you might have seen that I had in pickups that I've played, or stuff in the past you see me show. But I just want to show some of the stuff. And you're going to see games I probably haven't shown that I'm going to do reviews on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Thank you for subscribing and watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you just are playing what you like, in gaming. That's what it's all about, guys. Just playing and enjoying gaming as everybody should. You know what I mean? That's how it should be. You know what I mean? Just enjoy your gaming, guys. Stay away from the negativity. And always thank you for watching and subscribing. And let me know in the comment section of some games you might be enjoying right now or you have enjoyed in the past. Alright, so I will be back with another one soon. I will still be doing pickups. And you guys have a great day. And always remember, guys, Xbox for life or Sega Man. Peace.